Hello, my name's Dennis Foster and I'm the head teacher at Guillemont Junior School. Welcome to this virtual presentation. During this presentation you'll get the opportunity to hear from some of my colleagues. With the exception of the Chair of Governors, Mr Clive Norris, we hopefully are going to produce a separate welcome from him in the near future. Normally we'd invite you all in for an evening where you get the opportunity to meet people in person and have a look around the premises. But due to the current circumstances, this is not possible. So we put together this presentation to hopefully to give you some useful information for you to make an informed decision about the next step for your child. Guillemont's a child-centred school. We organise the school around the children. We also aim for the best possible outcomes that we can get for your child. And these are not just academic. We believe strongly in music, art, drama, physical education, competitive sports, all of the things that develop your child as a whole person. We also respond to the times, changing times that we live in, but we still hold dear traditional things like kindness, politeness and manners. We also want your child to feel safe and happy and secure, and more importantly, very proud of the school that they belong. We want your child to enjoy a stimulating and well-resourced learning environment. While we value lots of other things to do with the curriculum, it's also important that we get academic performance to the highest possible standards. I'm really proud that Guillemont is one of the top performing schools in the local authority, in fact in the county. The chart behind that you can look at your leisure shows the key things that's most important to us. It's the value that we add to children. I'm now going to take the opportunity to hand over to my colleagues to introduce themselves and tell you a little bit about their roles within school. Please don't feel that you need to focus really hard on the slides because we'll make the presentation available separately to this little video.
Hello, I'm Mrs Gray and I deal with all aspects of music here at Guillemont. Music is a large part of life at Guillemont. We've become a music marked school after being nominated by Hampshire Music Service for the value we place on music and our commitments to a broad and balanced curriculum. We have a fantastic, fully resourced music room that all children use for their weekly music lessons. Children perform their learning regularly in class, assemblies, Christmas productions or end-of-term concerts. The children have the opportunity to sing in a large school choir, and we take part in events such as the Young Voices at the O2 in London, or we attend orchestral or ensembles events at the Anvil in Basingstoke. We also value musicians coming into school and showing us live music. Children are able to have private tuition lessons from visiting teachers, and we've recently also incorporated Rocksteady into our curriculum that we offer. So children form rock bands and some of them sing the locals, some play guitars, drums or keyboards. If you would like any details on the music we offer, please email me on the address on the screen. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Mel McCann and I run the Before and After School Club here at Guillemont. We're open in the mornings from 7:45 until 8:30 when school starts, and then again from 3:25 when school finishes until 6 o'clock at night. Children can bring food with them. We don't provide it, but they're welcome to bring a healthy snack with them. We provide lots of fun activities for children to do here at Club. We've got lovely areas inside. We've got a quiet room where children can go and watch films or read books. We've got a big games room out the back where we've got table football, air hockey, a Wii console and a PlayStation console. We also get to use the lovely outside area at Guillemont. So we've got the climbing frame out on the field and the trim trail, which is always popular. We like to do events a few times a year when we can. So we have a party in the hall with a DJ and lights. We use the inflatables up on the field, go-karting, and we have nav gun battles in the hall. We do get very busy. We are popular, so it's best to book ahead. If you have any queries at all, please just ring the school office and we'll get you enrolled.
My name's Theo Hale. I'm the chairperson of the PTA here at Guillemont. We call our PTA FOG, which is Friends of Guillemont. Our aim is to provide additional funds to enrich the curriculum for all of the children, not just about providing the basics. We have about 30 members on our committee and we meet once a term. If you would like to join, you can get in touch by the admin office and the email is on the slide.
Hi, I'm Ellie Waldron. I'm the Senko here at Guillemont. We take an interest in all learners, of course, so from screening we like to look at the more able children so we can make sure they are stretched with class teachers, and also of course the least able so we can make sure we put in the right interventions to help them close the gap with their peers. It's obviously very important that all children make good progress and we monitor that. We use recommended interventions and staff are trained to deliver this support. Each class has one Learning Support Assistant, LSA, who supports children in class in the mornings for the core subjects, and in the afternoons we'll take children to give them bespoke interventions for their needs. We have specialists for emotional needs, for autism and for speech and language, as well as of course the academic interventions. We are also very lucky that we have regular access to speech therapists who helps us out and can advise the classes, and we have ambassadors for pupils who with EAL, autism or are new to the school. Thank you.
Good. Hello, I'm Mr. Matt Cooper. I'm the curriculum leader for mathematics, and just take a little bit of time to explain what your child will experience in their time at Guillemont Junior School. You'll see that to start with, obviously the experience that they receive at school in Year 3 will be very similar to what they may have received in Key Stage 1, with many similar methods being used and a range of materials to support the children in their learning. We have a concrete, pictorial and abstract progression in our learning, so we make sure the children are using lots of equipment, so they really embed the understanding of number before moving on to more pictorial representations and finally more formal methods of calculation. These will start with methods such as number lines that you'll be familiar with, and then move closer towards the more formal methods that you may be familiar with from your own education. We supplement our maths curriculum with various different bits and pieces outside of the maths lesson per se. We have weekly maths meetings which give children opportunities to discuss at length and in a non-threatening environment lots of mathematical concepts with a variety of games and activities. We brought a resource called NumberLink, which allows the children to embed number facts. Within maths lessons, we spend a lot of time investigating number and really exploring the ways that number behave within real life contexts. As parents, we would very much encourage your support at all times. We have a calculation policy that will allow you to know what your children will be doing at different stages within their time at school. And please do contact your teacher for more ideas if you'd like some advice. Mr. Shakespeare and I will run surgeries for parents, so they can come in and you can come in and sort of chew the fat about anything you might be experiencing. And we also run a yearly calculation meeting to teach you more about the way we actually carry out the way that maths is taught on a day-to-day level. We obviously have a variety of different levels of children's abilities within the classroom, and we ensure that we facilitate the learning of all children so that all are able to meet their potential. That may be within class, but for some children it will require some form of intervention, which will tend to typically happen in the afternoon, so that it's not interfering with their main mathematical learning.
Hello, I'm Christy Llewellyn and I'm the curriculum leader here for English. Our English lessons at Guillemont are linked to either high quality texts or our project lessons. Once a week we give the children an opportunity to write in an extended way, where we have a 1.5 hour session where the lights are dimmed and music is played and the children can really focus on developing their writing. We also have dedicated guided reading sessions every day, which last for 40 minutes. These sessions take a blended approach to guided reading and often focus on a mixture of whole class texts and group texts.
My name's Paul Shakespeare. I'm lucky enough to be the Deputy Head Teacher at Guillemont, and I'm going to talk you through these things here, starting with project-based learning. So our curriculum is centred around projects. They start with a driving question, which underpicks everything to do with that project. The children are responding to that question the whole time. Everything ties in. And it finishes with an end outcome. That outcome goes, the audience is sometimes parents, the audience is sometimes children, and the children get really involved in it. The school council, we really listen to the pupil voice here. The school council is very important to us. Each class there's a school council representative and a vice representative, and they meet regularly to drive the school forward. So that voice is really important. We've got lots of different competitive sports here, lots of different teams, usually, obviously, but there's lots of different teams for the children to get involved with. Playtimes are quite structured. The lunchtime supervisors are employed. A big aspect of their employment is to encourage children to play and develop those cooperation and team building skills. We have special days, special events. We have Glee Days, they're Guillemont Learning Experience for Everyone, where we invite parents in to come alongside their children and learn alongside their children. Children are mixed up across the school into different groups, and there's normally a theme, and everybody wanders around doing different activities. Great fun. We also have activity days, which time with other things that are going on nationally. So sometimes we hold things like Guillemont's Got Musical Talent, or we hold our own Football World Cup if there's something going on at that particular time. Clubs and activities. There's a big, massive range of clubs that go on and activities for the school. The best way to look further into that is to look at the school website. FOG, so that stands for Friends of Guillemont. It's massive here, the PTA. They hold lots of different events. Here's a couple of highlights. We have regular discos each term. We have our fireworks night where thousands of pounds of fireworks go up into the sky, and we have a good 2,000 people who come to the event, which is fantastic. We have our barbecue in the summer, which is like a summer fair, another big event. And the enrichment, the barbecue in the summer, the children come up with their own stalls and they raise the money, and then they use that money to have an enrichment on the curriculum here. So they buy lots of other resources to embellish that. Our residential offer is significant here. It's one in every year group. So the year threes do a one-night camp. That's on our school grounds. We ask parents to donate tents, etc. for the night, and that's great fun. We sing songs around the campfire. Year four, we go a little bit further away. We go to the far side of Reading to a place called Ufton Court, and that's a Viking experience. That's a 3-day stay, 2 evenings, so it gets a little bit bigger. Then in year 5, we then go down to Swanage. We go for the week, and they learn about coastal erosion. And then in year 6, we go to the Isle of Wight, and we cross water, and we go and do an activity, typical kind of activity outdoor adventure week, which the children really enjoy. It's 91% over the last 5 years that children have done every single residential, and it has a massive impact on their self-esteem, on their confidence, team building skills, and it really prepares them for the next stage in their education. Okay, homework policy. We've got a homework policy here where there's lots of different opportunities for children to consolidate learning at home. Parents can opt out of it if they wish to. We just need to put that in writing to the head teacher if that's how you want to play it for your child. Finally, my favourite, I would say, is philosophy for children. So what we do here is we have a lesson each week where the children are philosophical. They generate a question and they debate that question around the room, and they listen to other people's points of view, and they learn to accept other people's points of view, and quite often they actually change their own view based on what they hear from other people. So we work in that philosophical way, which is fantastic.
I'd like to share with you now some of the things that make Guillemont different to other schools, and some of the things that I'm really proud of. We don't have a uniform at Guillemont, and I really like the fact that I see a sea of 357 individuals. I can recognise the children when they walk towards me or away from me. We have lots of animals in the school, and plants of course. We've got a fabulous site outside. We've got guinea pigs and rabbits. We have a fabulous aviary. We keep chickens outside, and more recently we've added an Elsa dog. We've got very high expectations of behaviour, and we like to think that we have a partnership with parents with an open door policy. You can always contact somebody from the school when you need them. We have a new website, and that replaces the need to have a Guillemont app. I mentioned a moment ago that we have really impressive outside facilities. We've got flexible learning space inside. We can move things around to accommodate the children in any way that the teacher feels appropriate. And we've got an outside classroom, a woodland area, a pond, an adventure playground. We have the tallest climbing frame of any school in England, and so on and so forth. And I'm sure you'll be able to see those things if you take a moment to look at the video tour that the children have put together. We have a school council. They're very important. They actually have representatives that sit on all interview panels, and if the children don't like the candidates, we very rarely give them a job. And interestingly, the children are very rarely wrong. We have peer mediators to support children that might be feeling a little lonely or have minor disagreements that can be resolved, and we also have sports leaders. We've got an excellent governing body that get fully involved with the school and very supportive of the direction that the school is travelling in. I'm really proud of the fact that all the children have high quality teachers and support staff, and that they all work together in a framework of mutual respect. I really love the smiling faces that I see around the school, and I'm really pleased of all the things that we can offer children. The music, the drama, the art, and the things that I've mentioned before. The school has a unique ethos. We screen all the children to assess their needs so that we can best support them with high quality specialist LSAs where necessary. It also means that we can stretch our most able. I do believe that the school is inclusive for all learners, and more recently we've gone into partnership with Pinewood Infant School. I'm the executive head teacher.
In terms of transition, it's a comprehensive programme that we have here at Guillemont. As teachers and as Senko and Deputy as the leader, we go across to all of the feeder infant schools and we go and see the children in their settings. We do that around May, early June time. The children are then invited over, so for a couple of fun afternoons alongside what's called the local step-up morning, where everybody then moves up a class and the infant children will come into the junior schools. And then they'll meet their teacher ready for the next academic year. We also have got an ELSA support, so if any children need additional support on top of that, the ELSA will get involved and work with the ELSAs for the infant schools. Every child will receive a letter with a photo of the teacher, a nice warm welcoming letter that they go home with on that step-up morning. They then put that letter onto the fridge at home to remind themselves of who's the person, who's the teacher they're going to be coming into in September.
Can I urge you to have a look at the video, the virtual tour of the school that's been put together by the children of Year 6 and the school council with a little help from Mrs Waters. Important date is Friday the 16th of January 2021. That's the deadline for application for a place at the school, and you will be notified on Friday the 16th of April 2021 if you've been successful.